Hey guys, what's up? This is Andrew for TRENDLINES.com. So in this video guys, I'm gonna go through AMC GME price action, but I also want to show you what we're having on the global market on QQQ and on the US 10-year yields, because this is gonna have a big impact on what can happen next. So let's get into it. Alright guys, I'm gonna start with AMC, then I'm gonna talk about GME, but guys, you need to stay until the end of this video because I'm gonna show you what we're having on QQQ and on the rates. And you're gonna see that we are in a situation, we are on the verge of something bad or maybe something good. And I will show you what you need to be looking at in order to try to anticipate what can happen. But first, AMC daily time frame. In my last video guys, I was telling you that we broke out below the 17 level, which would very likely give us a move towards the 16.3 area. Alright, so this is what happened yesterday. We only moved down by 2%, 1.96, which is to me a very, decent move down compared to what happened on the rest of the market. QQQ was down 2.6%. I'm going to analyze that very soon. So AMC hold pretty well to me. We can go have a look on the hourly time frame what happened here. So basically, as very often, we opened the day bullish and then we got rejected around the 50 period moving average on the hourly time frame. It's not a strong resistance, but it got rejected here. We found support. You can see we had a little bit of excess below this 16.3 level. Why 16.3 and not something else? As usual, guys, you look at the past, and here we had 1, 2, 3, 4 reactions. So this was the level where we had buyers, and we had a little bit of excess. We finished the day with a positive move. As you can see, the last, this is the close. So on the close, we moved up by 1.3%, which is quite reassuring. But once again, guys, what will happen on AMC and GME will be related with what is going to happen on the rest of the markets. I'm going to go through that very soon. To conclude on AMC, I'm going to be quick, guys, because I want to talk about everything in this video. So to conclude about AMC, 16.3 has hold. If it breaks, guys, I don't even have a support below that. It was my last support. The next support is around 13. I doubt we go there. It's possible, but it doesn't look like we're going to go in that area for now, especially given what we had at the end of the day. But once again, guys, what is happening on the rest of the market is a bit worrying me. So let's see what can happen here. But we need, once again, some strong volume to happen, guys, on a bullish day for that momentum to shift and for bulls to be back in control. If this happens, I think the confirmation of this once again would be a breakout like we had here, but with volume increase. As you can see here, it's not a volume increase we had here. So for now, we still are looking for the signal that will help us to go higher. Now I had some questions regarding this scenario. Is it still on the table? Yes, it is. But once again, it won't happen if we are in a bear market, guys. So I'm going to show you what we can look at to know if we're going to enter a bear market or not. And to be honest, guys, the situation is not nice. So let's have a look at everything that we have. I'm done for AMC. Now GME. So GME, I told you guys the level to watch was 142.3, 141.5 I have here. I think it was here, but then I moved it here. It was not very clear. As you can see, on Thursday, we closed the day right on this support. But I remember the support was a little bit higher. Then I moved it lower because I wanted to match this red candle. So we closed here on Thursday, and on Friday, we opened a little bit higher. And just like for AMC and the rest of the market, we had a nice move up, but I'm very sure on low volume. As you can see, the open was here. Usually the open candle is, quite big. And here it's a small volume with, basically the volume is still low, guys, compared to what we had here. You can see we are still trading on low volume. We went here, got rejected on the 20 hours simple moving average, and same thing, then we broke out here. No volume increase. So once again, those signals are not very good quality, but it's still a breakout. So it's still likely that the move continues in the same direction after a breakout, even on low volume. And yes, so right now we are a little bit in the middle of nowhere, guys. We are between the 141.5 resistance now. I'm gonna change the color. Bam, this is resistance. This, I don't need it. So we are likely, guys, to go to the 130 level, just like we were likely for AMC to go to the 16 level. I think that 16, it's gonna hold. I mean, I don't know, of course, but the reason that we don't have any support below that makes me think that buyers are all located here. All right, so it's possible it breaks, but to me, this last support being the last one is, I mean, should be stronger, right? So maybe a scenario that could make sense is that GME comes back to 130, AMC comes back maybe to 16, and then maybe we're gonna have a move up if the global market gives us some bounce as well. So here, once again, on the long term, we are still looking pretty good, but I mean, only GME is looking good. Everything else, Triple Q and AMC that, you know, guys, I like to analyze together, are not giving me good signals. So here GME, as you can see, still above the 61.8% fib ratio, which is the ratio we need to stay above for second waves to keep the momentum, bullish momentum intact. Bullish momentum that has been created in this first wave. So for now, it is still intact. But once again, we have weakness on AMC and weakness on Triple Q, weakness on Bitcoin as well. I'm going to show that later as well, guys, in this video. So here we are likely to go to the 130 level, and then let's see what's going to happen. Probably a bullish reaction, but can we go lower? We can. I'm here pretty neutral, guys, in this area, and once again we need to go, you know, close above 152. As I told you guys before, this was the range we were in, and I told you that once we get out of this range, probably we're going to have a follow-up in the same direction. So now the follow-up is probably going to go on the downside, and then same thing, guys, we need to close above 152 for bulls to manage to take back control and get a strong move up. Now let me come to what is happening on Triple Q. First, I want to show you the rates, guys. All right, this is the 10-year yield weekly time frame. You can have a look at that, guys. Keep an eye on that. So rates are not that easy to interpret in finance. Usually when rates are going higher, it means that investors are dumping bonds to buy equity. So we usually have a positive correlation between the yields and the equity market, which means whenever the yields go up, usually we have the equity market going up. But whenever we are in an inflationary environment like we are right now, and in a weak growth environment, then this correlation is inverted. As you can see, guys, since we started here to move higher in December, bam, you can see yields just doubled, guys. I mean, it's a lot. Yield doubling is not something we see often like that in such a short period of time. So we had yield doubling, and in the same time, you guys know what happened on the global market. December, we just, you know, move strongly lower. So right now, the correlation between the yields and the equity market is negative. Another way to see that is just to consider that yields can be considered by investors as the risk-free rate, which is basically the expected return of equity in the long term. So that's why it's a proxy for a lot of assets. It's also a proxy for growth. And here the way you can see that is that the equity market needs to grow by more than 2.9% every year for the next 10 years. And it's harder to do whenever this yield is higher. So right now, the yields are putting pressure on the equity. When the yields are higher, it means that it's going to be tougher for the equity market to beat the yields, you know, the risk-free rate. So it's another way to see that. And if you don't want to think too much about that, just, you know, look at the correlation. You can see the correlation is negative right now. And guys, I don't like what I'm seeing here. I've been monitoring this yield for the past, few months. And here, guys, we have this trend line. As you can see, guys, since 1981, guys, it's a 40 years trend that we are about to break, guys. So what does it mean, guys? Not good. And here, look, we're having the breakout. I don't have volume here, so I cannot apply the usual methods, but what I can tell you is that we having for the first time a breakout of the 10-year yield above this level. My friends working at Goldman Sachs in asset management told me that they are fine, you know, because they advise the investors what to do with their money, right? We are talking here about big money. And they told me that they are fine with the yield going to 3%, and that above 3%, it's going to be a bit dangerous area, and the advice to the investors would be like, stay away from equity. We are in a risk off mode. So this breakout 2.9, right? So they said 3, so they're fine. But I can tell you guys that the 3 level they had is probably coming from, I don't know where it's coming from, but it's pretty much in line with my trend line here. And this breakout, guys, is not good, because if we keep going higher after this breakout, so maybe retest go higher, guys, this would be a big crisis. All right, so I don't want this to happen. The good thing I'm seeing here, guys, if I do some technical analysis with yields, which once again I don't know if it's really relevant, but I mean this trend line is pretty clean, right? So whenever you have a clean trend line, it means that traders use it, right? So I'm afraid this breakout is not good news, and the only good thing I see is that for those who followed my course, you guys know that for a breakout to be good quality, we like to have a consolidation before. A breakout that happens without consolidation is usually attacked by bears. So hopefully bears are going to attack these yields and get it back to a lower level. But once again, this is related, as you guys know, to inflation, and this is happening after Powell's speech that was very hawkish, and this move above this trend line means that a lot of investors are actually pricing the fact that we're going to have even more hawkishness in this market because of inflation that is going to stay longer than expected, and all the bad things with war, with growth that is going to be weaker, you know, all of that is here, can be read in those yields. So once again, keep an eye on that, guys. If you see the yields above 3, that's not good. So triple Q, guys, so I sent an alert in my Discord, guys. Once again, I can share it here with you. So basically I said that after the breakout below 338, as you guys know, I personally took a long position. I made a little bit of profits because I stopped my position at 339.5 live with you yesterday, and here I'm back to my short position. So now I made decent money here on the move down, and I actually made money overall on my portfolio because AMC and GME moves were very small compared to triple Q. So this strong move down on triple Q helped me to be positive. I didn't make big money, a few $100s, but it's still good for me. Now I know that if the market keeps dropping, I'm making money, so I'm fine. I mean, my position is under control, and here my view was that if we break out below 338, we're gonna have a follow-up on the downside, which we had yesterday. I sent an alert with a selling order at 338 for those who were not having a short position. Unfortunately, we didn't even reach that level on a retest, so maybe we will. But now I think we're first going to go here, maybe then rebound and then go lower. I gave you my probabilities, guys. This is of course a very rough estimation that I just do, you know, like that. I think there is 30% chance that we have a strong move down to the 280 area. A 50% chance that we just move sideways. So the sideways scenario would be good for AMC and GME, given the fact that here by moving 2.6%, AMC and GME hold pretty well. So if we move lower by again 2-3%, they will probably stay around the same level. And then if you have the strong rebound, even in the sideways scenario, we could have some nice moves on AMC. But if we go here, if this is the scenario that takes the lead and we are bearish, guys, and we go lower for the next 2-3 months, guys, it won't be good for AMC and GME and for Bitcoin and from every speculative asset. So this is unfortunately a scenario that is on the table that is going to be correlated to what is going to happen with the yields. So bam, yeah, join them my Discord, guys, if you want to have more information. Link in the description of this video, of course. What else can I tell you? So here, yeah, I'm going to be a seller if we get back in this area, guys, between 338 and 350. I'm going to increase my short position. And to conclude, I wanted to show you, now I'm not going to have time. Yeah, maybe I have a little bit of time. So oil market, guys, oil market for now, I have a lot of questions about that. You guys know that I'm bullish here, so just I have a lot of questions like about some stocks that I was pushing where I made personally good money, but for those who entered maybe a bit later now, you know, that they're scared that they dump. And the levels to watch for all of this energy stocks is of course on the oil market, and is the 100 level, right? Above 100 we're good for now. This is still a bullish setup for me, and the scenario that we go here, which is going to be very bearish for the market, by the way, very bullish for the yields, not good for AMC and GME, but unfortunately this is the scenario I'm having on oil. And if we go here to this area, what I mean is that we are likely to make this move in the coming month, as long as we stay above 100. But there is also a bearish scenario where here we just drop. So this would be actually positive for the market. So let's find out, guys, but above 100 we are bullish on energy stocks. That's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to click on the sub, like and bell button so you're gonna be the first to know when I upload anything new. And stay close to shore. See you guys.